Brand new exhibit happening at Newfields. It might not have been happening at Newfields a few years ago, but now it is, thanks to the hard work and the talent of the 18 Art Collective. Deonna Craig is one of those 18 artists that make up the collective. She's also their president and is here to talk about this exhibit called We the Culture that starts this week. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. First of all, let's remind people who the 18 Art Collective is, how you came together, because you came together at a time when, you know, here we are happily talking about art, happily talking about exhibits, but a couple of years ago it was a very different time when you guys started collaborating.
Absolutely. We came together as muralists for a Black Lives Matter project on Indiana Avenue. Many of us have been working in art activism, and a lot of us, this was our first time speaking up, using our voices through art. And so we came together and realized that we had a lot in common, and that we knew that we wanted to build the community through art. And so we saw an opportunity with 18 different artists with 18 different backgrounds. We could actually come together and make a difference. And so that's what we decided to do. We've been going for 2 years strong. We've had so much good feedback. We have a youth program that we pour into, and so we've really kind of just taken our voice to use it for the betterment of our community.
Did you think this would just be a one-off thing initially? You worked on that wonderful mural that was on Indiana Avenue. Did you think this was going to be, okay, we're going to do this and then move on? Or was the idea to always be together or to stay together at least a little while to continue presenting art in the way that you do?
I personally did not know. I didn't have an idea of what was to come, but I knew that I felt something. I felt a buzz. There was a buzz amongst the community, just the conversations that were taking place. I knew that there was an opportunity for us to do something more than just that one time. And I don't believe in coincidences, and so I knew that we had to take that opportunity that we had to really do something. I mean, there are a lot of times where you can complain or call a problem out, but we have an opportunity to actually do something about it. And so when I saw us coming together on Indiana Avenue at the Black Lives Matter mural, it was just this feeling that I had, and many of us artists had the same feeling, and we were like, how do we keep this going? How do we engage the community? How do we bring art to the forefront? And so we just decided to try it, and our feelings were right, and it's been confirmed.
Let's talk about you personally as an artist. When did that happen for you? When did you decide, I'm going to be an artist and try to make a living at it?
It has been a journey. I started painting in 2009, but that hasn't always been what I've done. I actually worked in corporate America for about 15 years. From Jerry Springer to insurance and everything in between, but I landed on art. An instructor took me aside and kind of saw my raw talent and said that he wanted to see more. And so I started taking classes and just pouring into myself. And I did that up until 2018. And in 2018, I had a really big art opportunity, and I had to decide between my corporate job and stepping out on my own, and I decided to do that, and I have not looked back since. And so I've been a full-time artist since 2018.
Jerry Springer's not art? Come on.
In its own way. I thought I was going to go into television, and that proved to be not my thing.
Well, we all have to find our gifts,
absolutely,
you know, wherever that is, and then expand on those gifts. But I mean, the art community here in Indianapolis, and I was telling another artist, Maya Mims, who's also a member of the 18, really the last few years, and I don't know if it was the 18 Collective that was kind of the spark there, or the formation of Gang Gang, which is curating this collection at Newfields, but the art community here has really thrived for the last 2 or 3 years, and it's created so much opportunity for artists like yourself, for other members of the collective, to do what you want to do, and to be able to do it, because as you just said, it's not an easy thing to do, to make a living as an artist. You worked in corporate America. You're probably doing stuff on the side, and now you have this gift that you can share with the world, and you can do so all the time.
Absolutely. And the relationship that we have with Gang Gang has helped us do that. Before there was a gang and before there was an 18, there were just artists and community members coming together. And so at the Black Lives Matter mural, that's when we all decided, let's do something more. And so Gang took it and has built the art community up with each of us, and we're so grateful just for that relationship and for the opportunities, for sure.
Yeah. All right, coming up at Newfields, the 18 Art Collective is called We the Culture is the exhibit. It's going to be there all year long, starting this week. What are we going to see?
So with We the Culture, I get goosebumps when I think about it, just because I think about where we've come from, how we got to Newfields, and what we have to say. We the Culture is just a statement. It's such a big statement within itself, and we plan to display basically like a living legacy and what that looks like through art. We want the community to be able to see themselves represented and to feel like they're being seen, and we have the opportunity to shine light on what life looks like through 18 unique lenses. And so we're going to touch on everything from religion to nature to ancient art, queer identity, hip hop, just what makes the world go round through our eyes.
18 artists, 18 different perspectives, different lenses. That's a good way to put it.
Yes.
Because you all see the world, I mean, you might have a lot in common, but you all see things differently and can express that differently.
Yep, and we have different backgrounds, different experience levels, and so just seeing that come together through one harmonious voice is going to be a treat.
Now, your art, when you create, what do you like to work with? What's a favorite thing, or do you have a favorite thing? Does that change periodically?
It does change, and it's actually great for me to look back at my art because I can kind of tell where I am in my life depending on my series. And so this, I would say, era of my art is about ancient art. I am really, I admire like petroglyphs and petrographs and rock art and cave art. And so I'm going to display a contemporary take on rock art at the We the Culture exhibit, and hoping that people who don't already have an affinity for rock art and petroglyphs, at least it sparks their interest. And so that's what I plan to contribute.
All right, so go check them out. The 18 Art Collective, We the Culture at Newfields. And that's not the only place you're going to be able to see their work, because I know the 18's got some other events coming up later this year.
Absolutely,
as well.
yes.
So, I mean, they've got a website. We'll have that link at WRTV.com. Go check out their work there. But go see them up close. That exhibit's going to be up for the entire year round. Deonna Craig with the 18 Art Collective. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.